everybody. You gotta watch us now. It's a whole new world to see, just breaking now. Wanna see action? Something for everyone. Wanna share the magic? So come on, join fun on Disney. It's a world of imagination on Disney. It's a magic celebration on Disney. And you can only get it on Disney.
Ha ha ha. Hello my fellow footsters, my name is Pickles, the biggest podophiliac in the universe, and today I am going to Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review. Now Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review is a family-style pizza restaurant which opened back around 1982 to compete with the likes of Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza Place, Peter Piper Pizza, just to name a few establishments. DW4 ever came came to the Swell establishment back in the late 80s, and then again back in the summer of 1995. Sadly, the Major Magic's restaurants closed down at the beginning of the following year, when he was planning to go there for a third time. Major Magic's may only be a sexy memory, but nothing as trivial as the passage of time is going to stop me from having a swell sexy time at this equally swell establishment, and so I hop into my foot-shaped pedal car and drive down to my local time machine store, where I shall travel back to when these swell establishments were still in business. When I get to the time machine store, I will see the sexy store owner, wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of sandals. He will tell me that he just got back from vacation and start rambling on, as I stare downwards, and seeing his bare feet nestled between his sandals will make a crack in the fourth wall, and so I yank said sandals off, and the pedal innocent stealing ritual commences like so let's make this quick so I can use your time machine. Your vacation must have relaxed you tremendously, as you're showing plenty of swell compliance. Most people I do this to display heavy resistance. Well, I just made a bigger crack in the fourth wall, so let's wrap things up like get ready to be doused in coconut oil like bag that was swell. After having my swell way with the store owner, I jump into a time machine which will transport me to Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review. When I finally get to Major Magic's, there will of course be the mandatory long fucking line of various random people, which includes your typical teenage and or middle-aged white trash rednecks, soccer milfs and their prudish shenanigans, valley girls who say like so much that you think you're on Facebook, your typical stressed-out parents and their hyperactive little shitcorns who can't wait to get into the establishment, and pedophiles and lollicons here to masturbate over the young tender display of moppet meat, plus a handful of racial stereotypes. After all, this was before immigration took over and the race rainbow hovered over all the main countries. But anyways, the racial stereotypes include your typical big black with their huge buckets of KFC and slices of watermelon, big-nosed with their money-making philosophies and kosher eating habits, Japanese schoolgirls with their skimpy uniforms and short skirts, young Japanese Kennies with mind-numbingly short shorts and sandals so thin they barely clad the foot entirely. Hell, there are even some fresh from Shinjuku, more white trash, more soccer milfs, more Japanese Kennies, more white trash, even more money-grubbing kosher, more pedophiles and lollicons hunting for fresh meat, more high school girls, more rednecks, more Kennies, even more chicken fucking rednecks, more lollicons, more stressed out parents and their shitcorns, a shitload of rednecks, people deported from the country of redneck, a truck full of more Kennies, more pedophiles fresh from Nambla, Nerve, and any Vatican church, soccer milfs waiting for the next strike, and more rednecks than you can shake a big stick at. After waiting for what seems like an eternity, like waiting for your Gross to release a complete series DVD set of Skippy adventures in Bushtown but really only amounts to -69.5 fractions of a nanosecond, I take my shoes off and warm my hands up and start making my swell podophilic way through this line like you white trash teens are fucking sexy. I'll bet you rednecks have never gotten a soul scrub this good from a chicken. Using your aforementioned chickens, pitchforks, the buckets of KFC, and anything else that can be used as dildos. I'm surprised you child chasers didn't pounce on the Kennies and loudmouth shitcorns in this line the second you were mentioned. Speaking of which, I want you Kennies to stimulate my nipples with your sweaty banana peels. That joke wasn't too racist for DW forever, was it? Oh well, the damage is done. Well enough shattering the fourth wall, now rub my cock with your feet like rib. Here comes ha comes Old Faithful like Meg, that lost well. After making my way through the long fucking line, I go into Major Magics and I will see all the swell games to play. I will skate merrily like a dainty butterfly over to the ball pit. When I get to the ball pit, I will yank my shoes off once again, and I jump feet first into the ball pit, and after swimming around for a bit, I take my feet and sole scrub each and every ball until the ball pit has been perfumed with my natural foot scent. Meg, that lost well, and then I will go over to the alligator whacking game, and instead of whacking the gators with the traditional sponge rubber mallet, I pop up and stomp on the gators with my feet every time they pop their heads out, and I will start the gator dance like stomping on gators' heads is a swell thing to do. DW forever couldn't find a good stomping sound, so he went with this. Go sweet toe jam, there goes the fourth wall again. Meg, that lost well, and then some little brat kid will say, hey, those are my tickets. You stole my game, you big meanie, and I will say, oh, don't worry, I didn't want your tickets. But how's about in exchange for said tickets you let me do something? And he will say, what do you mean? And I say, I mean, would you like a foot massage? He will then start to snicker as he pulls out pulls out a slingshot and says, take this, you weirdo, and then I kick said slingshot out of his hands and say, look, I'm going to massage your feet whether you like it or not, and then he will scream like, help, I need an adult, and then I will say, I am an adult, bitch, and then I yank off his shoes and socks and start to rub down his warm sweaty pancakes, and it all sounds like I'm stumma for fucking pickles, bitch. And I'll massage the feet of whomever I want regardless of permission. Trying to kick me off, you has only made my 300-mile-long penis go harder. Getting off on the wonderful pain, and he will continue to kick and scream. And just as he's about to give in, his parents will rush over and his mother will shout, oh my god, what are you doing to my son? And I will say he started it by not letting me massage his feet in the first, and then the father will say, just what kind of sick fuck are you anyway, you pedophile freak? Are you with those Nambla fuckers we saw earlier with the Vatican party or something? And instead of showing this ignorant cunt the true definition of a sick fuck, I will instead get pissed off at the fact that he called me a pedophile and even dared to compare me with those Vatican fuckers, and so I grab this waste of welfare and say, listen here, butt fucker, I am not a fucking pedophile. I just love the sexy, smooth-looking bare feet of every man, woman, and child, and the fact that you called me a pedophile really breaks the camel's toe, as well as breaking the fourth wall. And before he can even utter another solitary word, I rip his shoes and socks right off his body in a blind rage, and I fuck. Don't you ever call me a pedophile ever again, you minimum wage fucker. This is what happens, bitch. I'm not a pedophile. I'm a rapist. There's a fucking difference. Smacking you in the face with my steppers like smack, and then the mother will get scared and try to run away, but I use my superhuman podophilic reflexes to tackle her to the ground and have my swell way with her like and then I have the bratty kid and his cunt parents all walk in my penis and do the conga in my cock, and after getting that feeling of sexual ecstasy, I blow my load like Meg, that lost swell. After that bit of prudishness, I then head into the dining room / puppet show theater, and once I sit my feet down to a table, a waitress will come up to me and say, welcome to Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review. Can I take your order? And I will say yes, I would like a pizza, but not just any pizza, go sweet tildes. But anyways, I would like this pizza to be made with a pizza crust kneaded from the callus dust from the foot, mixed with foot sweat and toe jam and other various foot fluids. Next, I would like to have marinara sauce made with pedal blood, and cheese made from aged foot sweat. After you've added the foot cheese, I want my toppings to be the following: pepperoni made from thinly sliced layers of foot skin, toe jam sausage crumbles. The sausage must be made from the pig's feet, foot fungus mushrooms, freshly clipped toenails drenched in onion juice to make toenail onions, and green peppers made green from toe jam sauce. If there happens to be some small chunks of foot flesh dangling from some of the toenails that are destined to be part of my swell dinner, that would be very, very swell in the slender soles, for not just me, but for all the swell ingredients involved. The waitress will then shake out of her state of disbelief of what I just said to her, and she will say, "Sir, I have no idea what drugs you're on right now, but you need to make an actual order. I don't like being pranked. Now order an actual pizza or get the fuck out." And the fact that this minimum wage cunt did not take my order seriously, and dared to talk down to me in such an swell manner, will get me so fucking pissed off that I grab the bitch by the heels of her shoes and I will say,
"Listen here, you pathetic waste of mortal life. How fucking dare you mock the embodiment of all things swell to pedal kind, by denying me the customer service and talk down to me, as if you were the manager of this video. This is your last chance. If you have any significant attachment to this mortal coil you call life, then I suggest you get in that fucking kitchen, and make me my desired fantastic pizza, like I requested. Then, and only then, will I consider sparing you from the unholy soul-crushing, and by soul I mean your foot, sodomy. Dare to refuse my request once again, and I will vaporize the fourth wall 525 times over, by giving you the most diabolical pedal rate that will become legendary, even in the Speakonia community, for even having the audacity to insult the undisputed king of all pancake breakfast, that is the Pickles. Erg.
The waitress will turn white with fear, as she runs back into the kitchen with my requested pizza order in her hands. And while I wait for my pizza to come I will notice that the room gets dark, as I am then treated to the musical stylings of Major Magic's Rock and Roll Rebellion. The sight and sound of these swell animatronic singing beasts will take yet another huge chunk out of the fourth wall, and so I skip merrily like a dainty butterfly over to these musical mechanics and, you guessed it, once again yank my shoes off and start soul scrubbing these metal music makers, and it all sounds like making a beat and grooving to it. Bless you, fillet of soul one. The awkward artificial movements of these animatronics already make them look like they are getting sexually aroused. DW forever does not remember any of the band members' names in the Rock and Roll Rebellion, save for Major Magic himself. Using the instruments, Major Magic's head and war medals, the microphones, the speakers, and anything else on the stage, as Dilgus bag that la swell, and then I will sit back down at my table, where the waitress will present me with my fantastic pizza. And as I am about to chow down in said pizza, the waitress will then say, "I want to apologize for earlier. It's just that I've been really stressed out lately. I just got out of a bad relationship and I have to take this dead-end job just to keep up with the rent." And I will then say, "Gee, seems like you have a lot of stress. How would you like me to fix that?" And she will say, "What do you mean?" And by that time I've already removed her dark green Mary Janes and started wrapping my fingers around her pillow soft meat patties. She will then intense herself and lay back in the other seat and enjoy the swellness of my foot massage, while I start eating my fantastic pizza like nom 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 nom, using the grease from said pizza as pedal lube on nom 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 nom. This foot cheese is extra tangy nom 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 bag. That was tasty. And after eating my fantastic pizza, while pleasuring the tender toes of my waitress, she will then get up and say, "Wait here, I'll be right back," and she goes back to the kitchen and comes back out with an unusually large birthday present. I will be a little confused at first, but I will decide not to look a gift horse in the mouth, and so I will open up the present, and to my shock I will see all my pedal pals in the Ketchum clan, including my mandible mistress Delia the Pokey Milf Ketchum, my ashy apprentice of the French tickler Delarobia, Pube Jockin, Tigger the Jenny New York style Melnitz, Trunks the Toe Troop Brief, better known as Kid Trunks, Monkey D Digits Luffy, Helga G Spot Pataky, Skippy the Bunyan Bush Kangaroo, and now our latest recruit Scott Pilgrim. And I will get so excited that the fourth wall takes another massive hit, and so me and all my Ketchum comrades engage in the most supersonic uber awesome sugar-coated yummy cummy mega stomp tone orgy that is sure to make any footophobe watching this video rage click the dislike button faster than you can say flagged, and it will all sound a little something like the massaging Delia's pillow soft pancakes, the sniffing the bunion bouquet from Odd's natural perfume pedalage, licking the foot sweat from PJ's pubic hairs. The Tigger is bouncing all over me, which has fuzzy striped glittered meat cushions. The Jenny Melnitz is sticking her toes in my mouth. The kid drugs is stimulating my nipples, which is saying steppers. Luffy is swabbing my deck, which has rubber soles. Help me is massaging my testicles with her love stubs, while Scapy tugs off along since stimulated to Junior, which has her marsupial mandibles. Scott Pilgrim is rubbing down my swell size 12s, while he smothers my face, which has maple scented pancakes. Using the smoldering chunks of rubble found near the gaping hole of nothingness where the once world famous fourth wall used to be, as Dildas. Now, for the happy ending, like let's paint the town white, like Oh, and today is DW Forever's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday DW Forever from all of us, in the Ketchum clan. Meg, that was swell. Just then the big, balding fat ass of a manager will stampede out of his office and shout at the top of his smoke-filled lungs what the flying sweet shitty dildo fuck is going on here. He will then look at me and say, hey, you're not Group Pickles, and those people aren't the Barney Bunch, and so I repeat myself, what the fuck is going on here? And I'll say to him, no sir, I am not Group Pickles, I am his bisexual podophiliac brothers to Pickles, and these people next to me are the Ketchum clan. And we just got done turning Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review into Major Magic's All-Swell Podophilia Review, and he will look around and see all the damage me and my cuticle crew have caused, and he will then say, oh my god, this is so fucking unswell. I was expecting that swell faggot Group Pickles and his Barney Bunch to come come and cause some swell homosexual shenanigans at my establishment, and instead I get a bunch of foot fucking podophiliacs, some of which happen to be female. Now you sick fucks get the hell out of here this very instant, before I call them up for fucking cops. And so me, the Ketchum clan, the waitress I peddle pleasured earlier, the brat kid and his parents I had my swell way with in the game room, any kids who have become swellenized by swimming around in my foot-violated ball pit, the white trash, Kenny's, rednecks, half the work staff at Nerve, and everyone else from way back in the long fucking line in this video, will all gang up in the photophobic manager and we all say that we shall show you the textbook example of the true definition of a sick fuck, and before the fourth wall becomes more non-existent than it already is, we all give this prude fucker a massive super duper uber speed foot session, and it all sounds like Egg, that was swell. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This all sounds so super duper foot rubbing, soul licking, toe sucking, soul scrubbing, pancake chomping, toe jam munching, used sock chewing, foot sweat guzzling, pedal pumping, face smothering, put the pedal to my pee penis, fourth wall shattering, redneck fucking chicken balls, insane clown posse reference making, dildos shopping, soap dropping, Lilith worshipping. This video will make you a raging pancake chopper in the same amount of time it takes for one of the butt hurt Speakonia characters like the Pube Muppet, Riddle Revolto, Smuggler Dob, and Weevil Underwood. Whoops, I mean Insector Hog had to be denied satisfaction in any goes to video or secret missing episode. I instantaneously, mega stomp swell, in the ankle. I think I'll go to my local time machine store and go back in time to visit Major Magic's All-Star Pizza Review and do all of this right now. Well folks, thanks for watching and be sure to wish DW Forever a happy birthday in the comments below. Later all you swell foot fappers. Peace out y'all.
Let's get dangerous.